Hi YouTube. I'm going to be uploading a series of videos explaining how to deal with bailiffs and what you can do to protect yourself. I've seen a lot of wrong information out there regarding bailiffs. So, in this video we will start at the beginning. What are bailiffs? Their correct definition is enforcement agent, commonly referred to as bailiffs. There are 4 types. Certificate enforcement agents, High Court enforcement officers, County Court bailiffs, Civilian enforcement officers. Different enforcement agents are used to collect different types of debts. Certificate enforcement agents, formerly known as certified bailiffs, are used to take control of goods and act on a warrant or liability order issued by a magistrate's or county court for debts such as rent arrears, council tax arrears, non-domestic rates, parking fines, and child support agency arrears. Most certificate enforcement agents work for private enforcement companies, but agents must have an individual certificate. They are not officers of the court, but they are certified by the court. High Court enforcement officers, HCEO, has specific authorization from the Ministry of Justice to enforce higher value judgments known as High Court writs. The appointment of HCEOs is governed by rules made under the Courts Act 2003. They are private sector enforcement officers appointed to enforce High Court orders and any county court order that the creditor transfers to the High Court for enforcement. The debt could include utility bills, business debts, tribunal awards, or rent arrears. High Court enforcement officers cannot enforce court judgments in respect of debts that are regulated by the Consumer Credit Act 1974, also known as regulated debt. Examples of regulated debt includes credit card debts, personal loans, or overdrafts. Court judgments relating to these types of debts are enforced by county court bailiffs. County court bailiffs are used to enforce county court orders and those orders made at tribunals that have been transferred to the county court for enforcement. They are directly employed by the courts, specifically, by whom court and tribunal service, and are responsible to the court for their actions. Since they are Crown employees, they do not need to be certificate. When recovering money under a county court judgment, CCJ, a bailiff's authority to act comes from the warrant of control. They can take control of goods to recover money owed under the order and associated costs. Civilian enforcement officers, CEOs, are employed by the Magistrates' Court under the provision of Section 92 of the Access to Justice Act 1999, the Magistrates' Courts, Civilian Enforcement Officers, Rules 1990 and the County Courts Act 2003. These bailiffs execute a range of warrants including distress warrants, warrants of arrest, commitment for non-payment of fines and other sums a court has ordered to be paid. In addition, they can enforce warrants of arrest for breaches of community sentences. So, I hope this helps you in identifying the bailiff you are dealing with. It's very important to find out what type of bailiff is visiting you. Ask them, they have to tell you, check their ID.